してるより愛してることを伝える言葉がないのはきっと
Alright, there's a lot of confusion out there as to what to buy. Should I buy the Hot Logic Mini? Should I buy the Road Pro? This is a tough question. This may be long and boring for you, but a lot of it has to do with what kind of vehicle you have. So let's talk about what these two things have in common. And what do I like about them? Alright, I love cooking while I drive. And basically, I just find a nice flat surface, block this down, so in case we shake, it's not going anywhere. So that's one of the big things when you go to point A to point B and you don't know which restaurants are good yet. Yeah, I love cooking while I drive. It doesn't eat up my butane. Butane can run anywhere from $3 to $5 a bottle. So butane can be expensive. So it doesn't heat up the van. It's getting hot out there, and I do appreciate a hot meal, but I don't want a hot van at the same time. All right, so let's talk about the cost differences. This is $40 approximately. This is $40. Now, this is $40, and this is really much self-contained. You can buy the little aluminum containers, 3 of them for $1 over at Dollar Tree. But this one, what you have to do is you have to buy the casserole dish. And I got mine at Tuesday morning for about $7 or $8, and it's a Pyrex one. And let me give you the dimensions of it. Let me look. All right, so it's 6.5 inches long by 9 inches this way, and deep it is, and that's the important one, 3.5 inches deep, and it fits nicely right inside there like that. All right, so this one's all inclusive basically, unless you want to buy those mini aluminum pans. But this one, unless you're just doing hot pockets in aluminum foil, you have to buy the casserole dish. All right, so that's an extra $10 right there. All right, so what do I like one over the other? Just a simple difference, because the Road Pro, let me give you the dimensions, and we're going to look at that, and then I'll tell you what I cook. All right, so it's about 5 inches long this way, 9 inches, but it cuts in half right here. So it's 1 3/4 inches deep, and if you put it together, it's sort of like 3 3/4 inches deep. But let me explain to you the difference. I say it's 1 3/4 inches deep. Let's say I want to cook soup. Well, I can't put soup up here, right? I mean, it's like, so it has to fit in that little bottom right there. So some of the things you're limited to, but in a way this is better. Now then, if I'm cooking bread, this would be nice to cook bread because as it rises, it can go up here into the thing. Or if it's a bigger pot roast, if it's a unit thing, a big pot roast, sure. But if it's soup or SpaghettiOs or whatever, it's going to be all slippery and everything, even though it does have that nice rubber seal. Now this one, the Hot Logic Mini, I like it because at the store, I get like 6 drumsticks for $2. And so I do like the fat part of the drumstick, I just reverse it, and all 6 of them will cook in here. All right, that's part 1 of that. I'm going to stop and restart. All right, so the Hot Logic Mini is 110. So you definitely would need a Jackery or something like that you can plug into. Unless you're like me, my Toyota has a 110. The Road Pro is 12 volt. Cigarette lighter. All right, now just for a quick thought, like let's say I'm going into Panera Breads and I want to cook my chicken. They have 110 volts, so I just put this in like a grocery bag or whatever, put it down, plug it in. They don't know I'm cooking. Or like some outdoor pavilions we have, where you can cook and skin your fish and everything. They have 110 outlets, so that's pretty good, right? All right, one of the major differences is this will cook at 155, 165 degrees. That's it. That's its max. So call it a slow cooker. The Road Pro, this bad boy, this gets up to 300 degrees. So it cooks a lot, maybe twice as fast as the Hot Logic Mini. And when you're like me and you forget to eat, you want your food in a hurry, right? I always forget to say that. Please subscribe and share. All right, so both of them, the heat come from the bottom. So if you're looking to brown something, That's not going to happen because the heat is only on the bottom of this. And this one, as you can tell, the Hot Logic Mini has more of a heating surface. So why did I chuck the Hot Logic Mini? Actually, I didn't chuck it, but why do I prefer the Road Pro? Well, both of them have different things which are good and bad. I originally got the Hot Logic Mini because I was in the Prius and I had an induction stove. And with the induction stove, it needed a 15 amp draw. And for my cigarette lighter, it could only handle a 10 amp. So this uses a lot less lower watts. I think it's 45 watts, and this one's 144 watts. So this one you cannot use in a Prius, or check with your Prius dealer. So it is for small cars, it's just not good. You can't use it through that cigarette lighter. All right, I think I've been clear. Did you smash that like button? Come on now, you know Ma Terry, I'm gonna wait. And you know I love reading your comments at night, right? I did want to point out, one of the great things about the Prius is, if you have your battery hooked up into your Prius, you can turn your Prius on, put it in ready mode, and cook all day long with this thing. In my Toyota Sienna, if I turn my engine on, it's burning gas. So there's a bonus for you on that one. So, especially with this one, the car must be running. If not, you're going to drain your battery. And also, I find with either the Hot Mini or the Road Pro that if I'm driving somewhere, both of them get hotter. They cook more efficiently instead of just leaving the car in park and running. I don't know why. Oh, I just wanted to say I have created playlists. So go look at the cooking playlist, because I believe I talk more about the Hot Logic Mini, how I use it and everything. And I also have the opening of the Road Pro and a few other gadgets that I love. So let's say I'm camping somewhere and I don't want to move the van, and I don't want to turn on the van. Okay, I have my big Energy back there, and this thing uses a lot of power. It may use like 10% of my battery. So how do I use my Energy and keep it charged at all times? All right, my Energy is plugged into my refrigerator. So, at nighttime when the sun's not out, it drains my battery just a little bit. And if it's 60 degrees, it'll go down 30%. Well, in the morning, out comes the sun, and from 6 to noon, it'll get enough sun. So even if it's charged in the refrigerator, it'll get back up to 100%. So at lunchtime, I like to cook all my hot meals in it. So it's going to drain my battery. Then when I'm done by 1 or 2 o'clock, I still have 5 or 6 more hours of sunshine. So it'll recharge it back up to 100%. So what I'm saying is, let's say you want to cook dinner at 5 or 6 o'clock at night. You're not allowing enough time for that to recharge your battery. And me, I'm flexible. I don't mind having eggs for dinner or dinner for breakfast or whatever. I always try to think what's most efficient for everything. All right, so just a quick recap. Both of these are not microwaves. I've seen a few YouTubers say, like, this is a microwave in the car. What microwave takes 2 hours to cook your meal? So it's not quick. You have to plan out your food and everything in advance, but it's really good. Like I said, I can cook soup in this. I can cook French bread pizza, chili. I cook my meats in this. I cook my meats in both of them. Which one's best for you? Well, that's a hard decision. If you have a small car, you got to go with the Hot Logic Mini. But it's really good for pot roast. Some meat that is not tender, it really tenderizes it good in that. But like I said, I don't plan ahead much, so I like this. This is 300 degrees, a lot hotter than that. And also, don't forget my little aluminum foil trick that I use. Just wrap up your burrito in aluminum foil or anything from the Dollar Tree and pop it in this or the Hot Logic Mini, and you got a great meal. Not fast though. Why would you want to cook in your car? All right, so in California, restaurant prices are crazy and the food's not too healthy. They put filler in everything out here. If I want a carne asada burrito, that means meat. Carne asada is meat. So they're going to fill it with rice and beans and lettuce and everything else you don't want in a burrito when I want meat. And then they put in all that salt and everything, and it's like, no, I want to eat healthy and eat cheap. But which one do I choose? Do I choose the Hot Logic Mini or the Road Pro 12 volt? All right, watch and see. All right, so to get in touch with me, it's Terry's Recycled Art, all one word, at gmail.com. Go ahead and take a screenshot. And I'm working on everything. I really am. And there's my address. Take a screenshot. All right, so I was basically forced into getting the Hot Logic Mini. Even though I've used it for over a year, it's sort of durable. It's holding up. It cooks well. But I love this because this is going to cook my foods a lot hotter. I think the cooking temperature for meat has to be like 160, 165, and this barely cuts it. And at 300 degrees, I know it's hot, even though I do have a little thermometer. So I'm going to carry both. I got the van, but this one I'm going to use for at least 90% of my cooking. All right, thank you. I hope you learned everything. Don't forget to smash that like button. Comment, because I'm having boring nights and I like to read the comments. Share and subscribe. I'll see y'all down the road cooking.
愛してるより愛してることを伝える言葉がないのは